In the previous video, Franklin explained why he decided to write this book. Now he begins where every honest life story should begin, with family and origins. Franklin makes it clear from the start, he is not trying to impress us with greatness. He wants to show us how an ordinary beginning can shape an extraordinary life. These opening pages are about roots, not reputation. Franklin tells us that his family originally came from England. For several generations, his ancestors lived as honest working people, not wealthy or powerful. There is no royal blood here, no inherited influence. Franklin deliberately includes this information to make one thing clear. His life did not begin with advantage. He believed that understanding where you come from helps you understand where you might go. Franklin speaks with deep respect about his father. Josiah Franklin was a tallow chandler, someone who made candles and soap. It was hard, practical work. His father was not highly educated, but he was deeply wise. Franklin writes that his father valued discipline, honesty, thoughtful conversation, and moral behavior. Dinner-time discussions at home were not shallow. They were about life, choices, and responsibility. Franklin credits these early conversations as one of the first schools of his thinking. Franklin was one of many children. Growing up in a large household meant limited resources. There was no room for laziness or entitlement. Every child learned early that effort mattered. Franklin does not complain about this. Instead, he quietly suggests that scarcity taught discipline. He learned how to observe, listen, and think, skills that later defined his life. His father originally wanted him to become a clergyman. Franklin was even sent briefly to school for this purpose. Though this path did not last, the moral foundation remained. Franklin explains that religion in his childhood was not about fear, but about conduct and character. These values stayed with him long after formal religious study ended. Franklin admits something important. His formal education was very short. Financial limitations forced his father to remove him from school early. But this did not end his learning. It redirected it. Franklin began to educate himself through reading, observation, and curiosity. This moment becomes a quiet turning point in the book. The loss of formal schooling planted the seed of self-education. Franklin does not glorify hardship. He simply shows how early environment shapes habits. From his family, he learned to work, to think, to speak carefully, and to value usefulness over show. He believed that character is built long before success appears. Franklin's message here is subtle but powerful. You do not need a perfect beginning. You need attention, discipline, and the willingness to learn. This chapter quietly removes excuses. Franklin is not saying, "Look how special I was." He is saying, "Look how ordinary my beginning was." In the next chapter, Franklin moves deeper into books, reading, and the hunger for knowledge. We will see how curiosity became his greatest advantage. If you are building your life through learning, this story has only just begun.